Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Warca. This board features good old-fashioned traditional camber. So from contact point to contact point you have that arc of traditional camber that's going to give you the load, pop, snap, and drive from this board. This board is available in 148, 150, 153, and 155. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a sunny bluebird day with average temperatures. There were high winds at times. You had a little bit of fresh snow on top of everything, so there's some chop and chunder underneath, old pow, little bit of ice, perfect groomers, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. So this board has your standard run-of-the-mill freestyle flex in an all-mountain freeride shell. It is a little bit around middle of the road. You might find it a little bit softer than a middle of the road freeride flex, but it's about middle of the road freestyle flex. So what that means is you got more flex out in the tips, a little bit stiffer through the midsection. I do find the tail is a little bit stiffer than the nose, not by much, but just a little bit. And obviously with that midsection being the stiffest, you'd think that the torsional flex would match that. It doesn't. It's actually really twistable, so there's not a lot of rigidity in there. When it comes to stability, most of that stability is from the camber profile itself and the width. You do get chatter out in the tips. It resonates back underfoot, so you are going to feel that. It's a really lively board. And when you're in rutted out terrain, if you're just cruising, you're not really pushing it to the max, you're going to go up and over everything. If you just try to charge through anything and you get into really lumpy terrain or really tight tree runs or moguls or whatever that shit is, you're going to get bucked around. So remember to keep your knees bent. So the snap is there. It has traditional camber. You're going to load it up, roll back on the tail, and it's going to pop. This is a board that is relatively easy to engage, but it's reactive, so there's a lot of rebound in it. If you don't like snap, well, get used to it because this thing boosts. You want to launch a side hit, you want to launch a cat track gap, don't worry about it, just send it. So the sweet spot in the tips is immense. Like, you can really just lock in a butter with this board, so just press into it, watch it hold, and just expect to get a little bit of pop out of it. You don't have to manhandle it. You can pop a 180, land in it, it's gonna hold. You can pop that 180 right back out. You can just ollie down, land on the tail, and you're just gonna be locked right in. The edge-to-edge power transmission is smooth and fluid on this board. You never really have to worry about it. It does just change the angle of the carve with very minimal ankle movements, which is nice. It does steer right underfoot at the inserts. You're gonna notice that. When you do get it on edge on ice, for some reason the tail just tends to kick out a little bit. It just doesn't have as much grip, but in soft snow, obviously, it's going to grip. When you're laying it over, you want speed, because if you don't have speed, that tail does tend to kick out, but when you're at speed, it just seems to grip a little bit better. The strong suit with this board is short, tight, quick carves or medium, mellow carves. When you really start to lay over hard ones, just the flex and everything just seems to not work as well. Who's this board for? The camber-loving, pow-chasing party boarder. So, it's a snowboard. It's not overly exceptional. It doesn't really stand out in the category that it sits in. Snap's good. It's easy edge-to-edge transmission. It's nice how it steers with that ankle flexion. On ice, you do want a little bit more grip, and there are limitations when you actually carve it. But like I said, it doesn't stand out as being like, oh my god, this is absolutely amazing. It's more like, oh, okay, this is going to get the job done. It's going to do what you need it to do, and you don't really have to worry about it. Comparable boards: the Nerd Relic, the LibTech Orca, the Ride Warpig. Binding recommendations: the Now Select Pro, the Bent Metal Transfer, the Union Strata. This has been my review of the Warca. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.